So I've been playing this new MMORPG called Tarisland. This is actually a mobile MMORPG, and I know that's kind of surprising because the graphic is actually like pretty good, and this is my character, right? Tarisland is actually having a speedrun competition for its official launch right now, so they have sponsored me for this video to tell you guys all about it, as well as showcase you guys how the speedrun competition works. But essentially, coming into their page, you can see there's a first kill Hall of Fame event going on, and basically the first team that beat like these bosses or dungeon will get the Hall of Fame. They're gonna get their name on this, and that is basically the speedrun event. Basically, this game has a bunch of 10-man raid that are going to be really hard and have really difficult mechanics. Yeah, even though this is a mobile game, they have actual like boss raid and stuff, right? And you can see there's a bunch of these at like level 40s or even level higher, like the Bright Dragon as well as the Spider Queen. So the first party to kill each one of these boss will go on the leaderboard, and they're supposed to be like really hard. Now, the raid hasn't officially released yet. They're going to be coming out in 2 days for the lower difficulty one, and then 17 days for the bigger boss. So Spider Queen as well as Bright Dragon. So we're going to be currently like basically be preparing like our party and stuff for the actual speedrun competition. But for now, I'm actually going to show you what like a normal dungeon run would look like. So I'm going to go ahead and go for the KM Current Elite Dungeon. So this is an elite level dungeon. We're gonna go ahead and do the elite dungeon in this game to just kind of showcase you how this game kind of works. We can just matchmake into a party. Hopefully this gives us a party pretty quick. Since the thing with this raid in general in an MMO is like you always need a good party composition. You are probably looking for like a tank, a healer, and a bunch of DPS. For me, I'm playing a hunter DPS, or it's kind of like a sniper, so I have like a bunch of sniping ability, so I'm like a ranged DPS. Alright. We found a party pretty quick, so let's enter for the camp dungeon. And let me just quickly show you guys how the dungeon of the boss run in this game work. Alright, so fortunately I have pretty good experience with this dungeon, so I can kind of talk through it. If you're not familiar with an MMO, just in case it's your first time, right, you have a party of 5, and usually there's the tank. So this is our tank, and he's responsible for kind of pulling the mob in and grouping all of them together. Just because it helps us AoE them together down, so it's a lot quicker to kill them instead of trying to kill them individually one by one. So generally speaking, your tank is going to go in and pull a bunch of mob together, and then we're going to kill them very quickly together, like that, right? Cool. Now the other thing is that bosses in a game like this actually have really difficult mechanics that you're supposed to work together as a team to kind of solve it. Fortunately, this game has a guide. It kind of tell you like what the boss do. And I'll be showing you what the boss do as well, but fortunately it kind of gives a little strategy of what you should be doing, and that kind of helped a lot. Okay, so coming into our first boss, which is going to be Bomb Pipe, right? And first thing you notice is that there's these two like lever, and since I'm like a ranged DPS, I'm going to be responsible for using these lever, and I'll show you what they do as soon as we get to it, right? So, alright, my combo is actually pretty simple. I'm gonna usually by stacking a bunch of stuff with my rapid shot and sniper shot, and then I just basically do a bunch of single target damage. So this is why I'm a pretty good boss killer. I'm a pretty good single target damage dealer. I'm actually doing pretty good damage here. So here look like, so there's a minecart here, right, with enemy ad, and you want to make sure you pull the levers to direct this minecart off the rail so that these ads will basically fall down. Oh, make sure you dodge this circle real quick, right? So by doing this, you don't have to deal with the ads, so that's basically what this lever do. Otherwise, this boss is overall pretty straightforward. If you got a good party with a proper tank, with a proper healers, then make sure you pull the lever. Oh, make sure you pull it. Okay, he pulled it. Alright, so got a bunch of ads. Make sure that they're gonna be going and falling off so we don't deal with them. Alright. Actually, I'm a pretty experienced MMO veteran, by the way. For people who don't know, before I played a gacha game, I actually like explicitly like play the MMORPG. In fact, I first started playing gacha games mostly just because they remind me of MMORPG. So like, I'm actually like very familiar with like how a proper rating should go, and that's kind of why I'm like kind of showcasing it for people who are not fully familiar with the first time. So this one lit up. I think that's gonna be a troop. Yeah, right here. So see, this one lit up, and then there's gonna be a troop that's come. So I flipped the switch ahead of time, and now it directed ads off the switch. It's really important to pay attention to like your environment, because there's always gonna be tells of like what the boss wants you to do and how you should be corresponding to it. It's kind of like solving a puzzle, so it's always really fun. I'm actually like really surprised this is the mobile MMORPG actually. I feel like the quality of this is pretty high. Okay, cool. Alright, so that defeated our first boss. And that gave us some nicer equipment upgrade. Cool. We're coming into a kind of mini game section. This part is actually kind of cool, by the way. So the way this works is like we're gonna hop into this minecart and then we have to dodge a bomb. So like there's gonna be a bomb, I think right here after we enter this mine shaft, and we have to play this like little mini game to like dodge it. Oh, left, right, left to dodge the bomb a little bit. So it's kind of like a really cool things. Middle, left, right. Okay, cool. Alright, that's it. Alright, and then we group our party and make sure you wait for your party, by the way, in a game like this. This is because like it's very important to kind of beat the enemy together. So again, as always, we're gonna wait for our tank to go in first, who will draw the mob together, and then I'm gonna wait and I'm gonna slowly here AoE them down, right? So I'm gonna wait for them to group up and I'm gonna AoE them down. That's basically my job. Okay, cool. Coming into the second boss, this is Red Pike. This boss have a special mechanics where he, or she actually, I think. He actually does a lot of AoE damage, so be very careful of, basically, again, watch out for your environment so you can see immediately it dropped like a laser turret. Fortunately, we're ranged, so we're gonna get away from it. We have a marker on our head, so that's gonna drop a thing on my head. So I want to be away from the party to make sure I don't drop it on them. There's gonna be an ammo box at box, and we have to make sure we immediately destroy this before the boss have a chance to pick this up. Basically, if the boss get to the ammo box, they like get unhand. So like we have to be really careful of the boss getting this ammo box. And once we break this, I think the boss should do a massive AoE here. So make sure to go away from the boss right here. He's not. Okay, right here. This is the AoE right here. So this is the AoE we're talking about. Make sure you're dodging the AoE. Make sure you don't dodge that laser as well. So as you can see, as times go on, the boss get a little harder. Good thing I'm like a expert, so I am able to like navigate around. Okay, make sure I dodge the mark. So I'm gonna stand away from the party, drop this away, and then go back to the boss. And make sure to dodge this laser right here. Continue the DPS. Continue the DPS. Oh, make sure to switch your target to the ammo box, right? So this thing drop. Make sure to kill it quick before the boss have a chance to pick up the ammo. Make sure to dodge the lasers. I'm trying not to flick my camera too much because back when I was like a professional MMORPG player, I used to play like this because it allowed me to basically watch the entire map at once together by like basically constantly like flicking around. I can like see behind me even though I'm facing the boss. So like I'm facing the boss like right here, right? But I can like flick my camera around to make sure like keeping track of like everything else in the environment. And I know that's kind of hard to watch, so I'm trying like really hard not to. Okay, make sure I dodge these, right? Alright, make sure to dodge the AoE bullet storm. And we should be killing this boss pretty soon here. Oh, make sure to dodge the laser turret. Ooh, okay, cool. Alright, nice. This is the second boss done. Okay, cool. Coming to the final boss right here. So hopefully we can take this down without a lot of trouble. If you're like wondering why I'm so familiar with the boss mechanics, it's because like in MMO there's something called like progression rate, which is like progging. So basically like you do the boss a few times. The first time you do it, you're probably gonna die just because like you're not really familiar with the boss pattern or mechanics. Like generally there are some special interaction that you're supposed to do. But because I'm like a professional MMO player and also I played this raid or dungeon like a few times already, that's why I'm like more familiar with it. So yeah. Hopefully the sponsor doesn't mind because they want me to show you guys like what happened when you fail at mechanics, but I'm too good at this game, so sorry guys. But yeah, this game is actually like really fun. It's kind of I think it's a pretty good MMORPG to like try for your first time, just because it's like easy to get into. Oh, blade dash. So the blade dash mechanic, he kind of attack like every single person once, and you make sure you just heal up. The main thing to watch out for this boss is gonna be these right here, where he drop a bunch of blade. Right, they come out kind of quick, so make sure you kind of want to move together as a party, so you make sure like to bait them around. Oh, I guess cross spread. I guess it's okay. I'm gonna go to the corner. It's kind of hard to watch for all the play, so I'm gonna constantly move around so I make sure I don't get hit. Okay. The main attack to watch out for this boss is like a bouncing blade mechanics, where it kind of like bounces a blade between everyone, and you want to make sure your party is not stacked up. Fortunately, I'm a range character, so it's not too hard for me to avoid from being my teammates. Oh, watch out for this poison on the ground. Alright, make sure to stack these away from your party so that they don't step on them. Alright. Drop these away from the party. Drop these away from the party. Oh. Alright, get me out. Alright, make sure to dodge the bouncing blade again. Oh yeah, this is where I would normally like play like this, where I flick my camera, so I can constantly like look left and right, and make sure like I know what I'm doing. And this is kind of hard to watch, so I try to force myself not to do it. But this is normally how I play it. This is why I'm a big fan of playing ranged archer characters, just so I can like maintain my positioning like all the time. Oh, okay, we beat it. Okay, nice. Yeah, that's basically what it is. Obviously, this is like a low-level dungeon, so it's a lot easier. But when it comes down to the speedrun event, it won't be that easy. So I'm just kind of hoping to do a simple showcase of like what it looked like when you're kind of mastering this game a little. Is it a 10-man raid? So the reason why we need 2 tank in this raid is because so they can split the aggro. Oh, watch out for this line right here. So there's this thing that can do massive AoE damage. Alright, I'm gonna pick up the stone on the ground. Watch the AoE. Don't stack. When it comes down to a raid like this, there's like general call out, like, you know, want to make sure your party is stacking, you want to make sure your party like splitting at the right time and stuff like that. Oh, look like someone actually die right here. Oh, I wonder who died. Oh, AoE. Oh, we got another down, another member down. Uh-oh. Alright, make sure to get the harpy, make sure to focus on the ads. Alright, nice, very cool. Oh, and now I get a level high bow, right? I get a high level bow. Okay, so I got a purple rarity bow drop actually. This should be better, significantly better. So I'm at 61 gear score right now. So this drop put me to 63 gear score. Nice. Alright. Oh, very cool. So far in my experience, this game actually pretty fun. It's actually so hard for me to imagine this is the mobile MMORPG just because like I actually think this is a pretty high quality game and it's pretty nice, the appearance. Oh, I actually can show you guys a little bit of the appearance in this game. So like, for example, like I can go ahead and change my hair like this. So this is the one I'm using because it reminds me of like one of my favorite characters from some of the other game. Right, I really like this hairstyles. I'm gonna change it to a green color. Oh, white color actually looks nice. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I don't know, this game is really fun. Thanks for sponsoring. I'm gonna be kind of playing this game a little bit. Hopefully we can get to the higher level dungeon. But if you want to check out Tarisland as well as their current speedrun event, there's going to be a link in the description that you can check out. Thanks for sponsoring this video again. I'll see you guys all next time, okay? Bye.